Okay, last year someone asked me to do a review of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That was last year, so I always do come through, so here it is this year. I would do like what I liked and did not like. What I liked about it, he definitely did up the gore, and you get a lot more character development. And that was done fairly well. You had a lot of different subplots going on, and that worked really well. What I didn't like, this one kind of felt like it went on a little bit too long, at like almost 2 hours. You know, the Loomis subplot, while I kind of enjoyed most of it, you know, like when he goes on, there's the show he's on with like Chris Hardwick and Weird Al Yankovic. That was decent humorous. However, you know, him being kind of a, I'm doing this, I'm making money, it's a business. You know, I was a victim too. It really destroys any empathy you would have had for the character during the John Carpenter era. And then all of the girls. You know, final girl from the first one, who ends up being revealed to be Michael Myers' sister, I really had so little empathy for her. I kind of did a little bit in the middle. Then I was like, I just want to go out and party and drink and boo! Okay, you're now acting like every other girl in a horror movie who tends to get butchered. I just found her to get real annoying real quick. The white horse subplot. What? That concept kept on pulling me out of it. What made Michael Myers work initially is that he was a guy who had, like, no soul, no compassion. He went around and he killed people. That worked well, that worked beautifully. Now as you try to give him this whole, like, you know, pseudo torture by death of his mother, sort of Jason Voorhees sort of backdrop, it just didn't work as well. I did that the ending with the Love Hurts, beautifully creepy. That was done pretty well, you know, and it does set up nicely for, like, you know, additional ones. So, if it had been just a little bit shorter, the gore is definitely off the charts in this one. You know, people wanted more violent, they got more violent. Some scenes just, you know, the scene where they're taking a Michael Myers body and they have, like, the car accident. And the guy's just screaming, you know, the F word for like 2 minutes. Because he's bleeding to death. You know, that works. But then they go to the party towards the end. The scenes that were done in the strip club, even though it was strip club that, you know, Michael Myers' mother was at, just seemed to kind of drag on. Yeah, it almost like when he does his white trashy elements, he had him go like 2-3 minutes just too long. You're like, okay, I get it. Yeah, they're going to die. It's not that they're going to die. Yes. You're really not building that much suspense because we know Michael Myers is outside. We just saw him curb stomp a guy to death. We know he's going to come and he's going to butcher both of them. There's currently zero suspense being built up. We know he's going to bust through a door and he's going to whoop the crap out of him and kill him. Let's just do that. Okay, now he's put on a Frankenstein mask and he's going to have sex with one of his strippers. Fine. This is going on just a little bit too long. It's really not developing anything. It's just, here's a random sex scene. And you're just waiting for Michael Myers to come in and kill these people. I liked it more than his first Halloween. I'll give it that. You know, but it seemed like he was trying to do, you know, over-the-top gory, and then he was also trying to pseudo-channel what he did with Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects is a classic. It's a very well-done, very amazingly drafted movie. Halloween 2, while better than the first one, it's a solid movie, it's good, it's enjoyable. It's got some minor missteps. But overall, I'll say, you know, if you liked the first one, and you wanted more violence, you get it in this one. He goes for your jugular, he rips it out, and then he beats the guy next to him over the head with it till they die. It's violent, it's gruesome, some of the white trashy moments just seem to drag on a little bit. It probably would have made a pretty good like hour and 40 minute, as opposed to like a shade under 2 hours.